Andy, Steve over here at Pheasant. Good seeing you yesterday. We're going to take a look at some of your early swings when you and I just started out. One of the things we're going to see here, this club gets back, gets a little bit flat early. And we've got this move. You can see your hands kind of heading this direction. Right there. So now our swing plane gets in a little different spot. It's a little bit over the top, but not much. And then right here is where we kind of get stuck. We start coming off of our back foot, and then if you actually notice, watch your back foot goes there, then actually goes back a little bit. And early on here, you're getting off the back foot okay. But one of the things we talked about was all of your swings at this stage were full swings. So what we want to do is we want to try to dial in so that we can get you to control your trajectory. Here we've got that head diving down a little bit. Now you're back on that back foot a little more. But obviously everything here is a full swing. I'm going to look at a little different angle here. One thing I noticed here early on was that our hips tend to go this direction a little bit up top, and we want to make sure you're loading on your right side. We can see every swing here is a little bit full. Here's a later photo. That's that foot together drill we had you doing. Really trying to stay head steady, tightening up your swing a little bit. I like the idea your grip isn't quite so far over as it was here, being that this right hand, you really head it off that direction, which is tough. Heading up that way. Here we're trying some shorter swings that we're kind of working on in the dome right now. Here's a little bit later. We're quieting down the hips a little. Now we can really get a sense that we're a little bit flat-footed. What we're going to try to do is to tie that into, we're going to try to get rid of that lower body leg work right there where you kind of caught hanging back. If we were to give you a sample of tour player, now let's just take a quick look here at Ben Crane. See the right leg's kind of going this way. And now if we move his hands up where yours are, now we've got them up quite a bit. Everything's kind of driving into the shot. What that's going to do is that's going to kind of eliminate that left. The ability to really hit the ball left in a hurry. So now let's take a look at your dome shot. Here was initially yesterday in the dome, and granted you hadn't really been out hitting a lot of shots, or you said you hadn't hit for almost 2 months. So we're going to watch your footwork, and we're just hitting some soft shots here. Let's even get into a little more full shots. Ultimately, we're looking at getting rid of the left, which is going to be tied in a little bit with lower leg work and getting the hands out in front of you. There's a really good shot here. Ball is gone. Back foot's very, very much down. Now let's take a look at the after. Okay, this is a little bit of the after. Getting those laser 8-irons or wedges. Now remember how we talked early on about your club plane was started out the first time we saw you was pretty flat. So now you look at it, it is really, really good. And now see, you're almost matching up and down now with the same swing plane, which means now we're able to start hitting some straight shots. Now our back foot's moving through. You can see we're getting that right knee driving into the shot and that back foot coming up. Hands are about the same position here, and you can see the difference in your footwork. Okay, so now we'll look straight on, get a sense for what happens here. Hopefully I move the camera down. Really good there. Let's do a little bit of comparison here with some of your leg work early on. That foot goes back. You can get a little more sense as we saw you a little later in the summer. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. We're looking to drive forward, which means if you can get a sense here of how flipped the hands are, and here they're actually a little less. So over here you have that ability, especially with a driver, to really zing that thing to your left. Still back on that back foot. You know, as we start driving here, look at your back foot, the comparison. And that's what we need. We need your hips, you know, this area to be square with the target, and here we're still almost facing our ball with your hips, which just brings left, right into play. Andy, work on that stuff for a little bit, and I will just plan on seeing you after the first of the year. Take care. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a buzz. Thanks, Andy.